Hello guys. Today, we're taking you back to a time your parents and grandparents lived through, a Britain that felt slower, warmer, and more connected. This was an era when pubs were not just places to drink, but the very heart of British community life. In today's documentary, we'll explore what pubs were like in Britain during the 1970s and 1980s, why people gathered there, and how these humble spaces shaped everyday life across the country. So come with us, as Retro Britannia turns back the clock, what a pub really meant. In the 1970s and 1980s, a British pub was far more than a business. It was a second living room for the neighborhood, a place where working people went after long shifts in factories, docks, offices, and workshops. You didn't need an invitation. You didn't need money to impress. You just needed to belong. The atmosphere inside pubs of that era were built for comfort, not style. Heavy wooden doors, dim yellow lighting, smoke in the air, and walls lined with faded photographs and local memories. In winter, a fireplace glowed quietly. In summer, doors were left open to the street. It wasn't loud, it wasn't rushed, it felt familiar, almost like home. Why people came to the pub? People came to pubs to unwind after a hard day, meet friends they'd known for decades, talk about football, work, or politics, share stories, laughter, and silence. Many regulars sat at the same table for years, sometimes for life. That table became part of who they were. Games, music, and simple joys. Entertainment in 1970s and 1980s pubs was simple but meaningful. Darts matches between locals, dominoes played slowly over pints, jukeboxes filled with classic British songs, occasional live folk or rock music. No screens, no phones, just people, presence, and conversation. Women and changing times. In the early years, pubs were mostly male spaces. But as society changed, so did pub culture. By the late 1970s and 1980s, more women began visiting pubs, turning them into social spaces for couples and families. The pub evolved, without losing its soul. The pub and the community. When something happened in the neighborhood, the pub was where people gathered. Celebrations, farewells, victories and losses. It was where news traveled fast, and no one felt truly alone. The pub connected people, long before social media ever existed. Then and now, today's pubs are brighter, busier, and often driven by profit. But the pubs of the 1970s and 1980s offered something rarer: time, trust, and genuine human connection, something many feel has quietly faded. Closing, emotional ending. Old British pubs weren't just buildings. They were places where lives unfolded. Your parents, your grandparents, ordinary people living extraordinary moments. This was the soul of Britain, shared over a pint, inside a warm wooden room. And this is the story of the old British pub.